This is my screen recording for analyzing the syntax of 1 Peter 5, 6-10. I'm just going to go through and show some of the resources I'm going to use to actually do the analysis, and I'm going to show some of the steps that I'm going to use. So the first thing I want to do is open up Logos and go. One of the first things I want to do is do just a passage analysis. So go to 1 Peter 5, verses 6-10 in the search. And once my Logos opens this, I'm going to do a few things to set myself up. So I want to do a syntactical analysis. So a lot of my passage guides won't help. So I'm going to close the passage guide. So I have my exegetical guide still open. I want to close this commentary. I don't need commentaries like that, general, overalized, expository for syntactical. And I want to close all of my translations open. The first thing I'm going to probably do is do a text comparison. And you can't do a text comparison with all these translations open. So I'm going to close them. Pull my text comparison over to my exegetical guide. Get rid of this thing, this information bar. Okay. So using the text comparison tool here, comparing the NASB, the NIV, the NRSV, the King James to my ESV, will show me some of the early syntactical issues, the syntax and the difference of the text and how the different translations. Another early step I'm going to use is just going through the exegetical guide. It just goes word by word in the ESV and translates each Greek word, gives me the general meaning of it, gives me what part of speech it is, the sense that it is. It also gives me some other tools I can use. So working through the exegetical guide is a good way you can get some early stages. Some of the other tools I like, one is this Greek Lexicum Syntactic Greek New Testament Sentence Analysis. So if I open that up, it's going to show me the sentence structure of the different verses I have, the prepositional phrases, the subclauses. It's going to help start showing how the different parts of the Greek sentence with the English translation next to it are connected in that. Another tool I like to use would be this syntactical sentence analysis. Its partner, the Lexicum Syntactic Greek New Testament Expansion and Annotations. So if I open that up as well, that breaks it down. Is similar to the exegetical guide over here. I can leave up my text comparison tool this way and pull this up, and it shows me the different parts, the different senses, and it gives me a better idea of what actually all of these mean if I just hover over them. And I also like the words that modified section. It helps just expand the idea of the word and how it connects to the other words a little better. Two more tools I will enjoy using when I want to do a syntactical analysis is my commentary here. The commentary by Max Zerwick, a grammatical analysis of the Greek New Testament. So if I pull that up, now it does a little different. It breaks it down again, very similar to my lexicon, but it just dives out other places where it's used in the New Testament, where the Greek word and the Greek connection are used in the New Testament. And the last tool I like using is the A.T. Robertson Bible Commentary on Word Pictures in the New Testament. This is a tool I found I really like because it takes the English, and it just dives the English out. It takes it verse by verse, so it's a little easier to deal with compared to this one where it's like word by word by word. Same here, it's word by word. This takes it more of a verse by verse. So it's a little more general, but it gives me a better picture of the Greek, what the Greek word is as far as first aorist, passive, imperative, things like that. And it also just gives me a role of just kind of better picture of what the word would be and how they connect. This one is good because it connects the sentence and the verse together in a picture using the Greek. So this is kind of how I would go in my Logos, just to do a syntactical analysis to kind of discover some of the words of what they would be. If I want to look at a specific word, I'll pull up my ESV here. Let me slide it over this way. I'll open the interlinear, and now if I notice a word I want to jump into, I can just do a word study specifically on that word, doing a Bible word study, doing a power lookup, understanding a little more of the word using my Louda number or things of that nature. I can dive into the word. Something I like to do that I've been doing a lot of is I have over here in my layouts, I have the ESV Greek. It's going to change everything. So this is my ESV Greek where it has them connected. And here I can just do visual filters, syntax, study like that. Also, Google Books is a great place to look. So let me go to Google Books, www.books.google. And let's do 1 Peter, come on, commentary, but I'm going to type in Greek as well. So let's search by books that have a preview. So there's a few results I have here. So I can look up the first letter of Peter, a commentary on the Greek text by Reinhard Feldmeyer. An introduction and commentary wouldn't help me as much in understanding the syntax. It could help me a little bit, but this is another good one by Karen Jobes. This volume features Job's own translation of the Greek text and detailed interaction with the meaning of the text. So these are some two commentaries I could turn to, and I will turn to when I want to understand a little more of what the text has to say. Let me. So that's kind of how between my Google Books as well as my Logos and all the tools that I have for it is how I will do my syntactical analysis.